Hey guys, this is Corey with Custom RV in Amarillo, Texas, and today I have a brand new arrival to show you. This is the 2021.5 Forest River Salem Model 29 V-Bud. This is a super slide bunkhouse and comes in at 7,680 pounds unloaded and is 36 feet 4 inches in overall length. We're going to do an interior and exterior walk around video today and talk about some of the awesome features on this great family unit. Let's go ahead and we'll jump on to the inside. Alright guys, so stepping onto the inside of this 2021.5 Forest River Salem 29 V-Bud. As you can see, as you step right in the entry door, you do have the Versa Lounge. And this is a really neat setup. As you can see, I have it kind of set up in daytime mode. So as you can see here, you do have a nice L-shaped sofa, and I'll flip this around and show you what it looks like here in a minute in U-dinette/sofa mode. But this is a really neat feature because of the way the entertainment system center is positioned. So you can seat 4 adults there, and then the way it's set up now, you kind of have this neat second little L lounge, which is a pretty cool setup here. And the neat thing about this, if you have a couple of kids and they need to, they want to sit down and play a game during the day, or eat a snack or something, you don't have to have the full U-dinette all the time. And here's what I was talking about as far as the sofa in relation to the entertainment center. So as you can see here, you do have a spot to mount a pretty decent size TV. Below that, as you can see, you do have a Furrion sound bar. So that's AM, FM, and Bluetooth, and it does have HDMI and USB ports so that you can add a DVD player or something if you wanted to. And then below that, this is a really neat feature. You do have the electric space heating fireplace that'll put out about 5,200 BTUs of electric heat, which is a pretty cool feature. As you can see, this particular unit has the Coleman Mach AC system. So that is a 15,000 BTU main AC, and I'll show you where the second AC on this particular unit is here in just a minute. I'll go ahead and give you a nice preview here of the living and kitchen area, and we'll take a look at the kitchen in more detail in a minute. But I do want to show you the other setup of this Versa Lounge. And then whenever it's mealtime, you have a nice place to set the family around, play cards, eat a meal together, because the back side of this U-shaped dinette can either mount right there, as you can see, or it can mount on this little peg here. So it's a pretty neat feature. Something that I really like, and I think a lot of you will as well. And the other neat thing, this can turn into 1 mega bed. So if you've got a bunch of adults to sleep, this whole thing will turn into basically about a 13 or 14 foot long sleeper, and it'll be about the same width as the U-dinette here. So this is great for sleeping adults as well as kids. Alright guys, let me go ahead and I'll put this back into lounge mode, and we'll take a look at the kitchen area, because it does have a very nice kitchen. Alright guys, so I've got the kitchen storage open, and we'll go ahead and we'll start over here by the sink. Actually, before we do that, I do want to point out your main control panel. So right here you've got your tank monitoring panel, water pump, water heater on gas switches, some lighting controls, awning, and slide out controls there. So nice feature there, easy to get to, and it's out of the reach of the little ones. You notice right next to that window you have 4 power outlets, which is a pretty cool feature. And right next to the entry door you also have some coat racks, which is pretty awesome. All thermofoil pressed membrane countertops, as you can see there. So it's basically solid surface but without the weight. You can see the aluminum drying rack, high-rise spring-loaded sprayer faucet. And if we roll that back just a little bit, you'll notice that you do have a double bowl sink, which is a pretty nice feature. Some people prefer the single bowl sink, but this particular unit has the double bowl. 3-burner cooktop, and as you can see, it does have the glass cooktop cover to give you some more prep space, although I will say this one has excellent countertop space. You do have the 3-burner Greystone oven down below. Plenty of room for a wastebasket there. You're probably wondering, where are all the drawers? And I absolutely love how they do this, but they give you 3 full extension plywood box ball bearing drawer guide drawers down here. And I really like how they hide them behind this cabinet door. That's just nice and clean looking. Up top here, you'll notice good overhead cabinet space, and you do have the shelf in there to maximize your storage. And then you can see your microwave and hood combo up top there. Salem and Wildwood, which if you're looking at a Wildwood 29V bud, it's the same trailer as this, but they were the first to standardize a 12-volt compressor fridge. So this is 10.7 cubic foot of storage, and it only uses about 3 amps of power once it's cooled down, so it's really boondock friendly. I would recommend that you get a portable solar panel for this particular fridge though. And then right next to that, you'll notice the nice pantry space. So plenty of extra, dry goods storage. I would say that this could work for kids' clothes, but I'll show you that you don't really need this for kids' clothes here in just a minute. Real quick, you'll notice your thermostat is right behind that door there. And as if that wasn't enough storage, there's even more. And I probably should have folded this down first, but we'll roll with it. So as you can see, you do have these nice totes underneath there, underneath the sofa. They give you 3 of them there, and it's nice and easy to get to those with that flip down door. And then I'll just open one of these, but as you can see, you have 2 more totes, one under each side of the dinette. And then back there, you can see that they left the rear dinette bench open, which is great if adults are sitting back there. They have plenty of room for their feet, or you could slide some cases of water and things back in there. I'll give you a look this other way. Overall, just a really nice trailer. Let's go ahead and we'll jump on to the Bunk Room. Alright guys, so stepping into the bunk room of the 29V bud Salem. So as you can see, I've got it set up in kind of daytime mode here. First things first, we'll start over here on the right side of the room. You'll notice you have a nice cargo door here that does have a deadbolt privacy lock on it, so keep that in mind. Perfect place to store coolers, the kids' bikes, whatever you want to put in here. There's plenty of room there. And you can see they give you 2 more of those nice totes, so you can have the kids put all their stuff in there, or you could take those out and just use it for kids' clothes, or whatever you want to use it for. So that's a really cool feature. So as you can see, you've got 2 upper bunks back here, and I'll show you how this works here in just a minute. But you also have this neat sofa, and this is great in daytime mode, and it does have storage underneath it. But the cool thing about this is if you want these bunks out of the way, all you do is flip them up, and those are on gas struts. So as you can see there, they just move out of the way. And the nice thing about this, it gives you a nice daytime lounge for the kiddos. If you did want to mount a TV back here, you do have the TV hookups back over here in this corner. So just keep that in mind. And we did option this particular one with the second 13,500 BTU air conditioner. Now it's non-central and non-ducted. So as you can see, it's got ceiling controls there. But this trailer is fairly long, and it does kind of need it. As you can see, you've got a dedicated light switch for the bunk room, overhead lights. You also are going to notice USB outlets right there. And then as we spin back around, you'll also notice USB outlets right here. Okay guys, so this bunk room has one more really neat feature, and let me go ahead and set that up for you. And when it's time to put everybody down for the night, you can see that this bunk room sleeps more than just 2 people. So down here you have an almost queen size bed where that sofa is, and it just flips over, kind of like the toy hauler sofas do. But you have a real mattress down there, which is pretty cool. And then again, you do have the 2 bunks. So and this is where they get the name the Versa Lounge from that thing I said earlier, and the Versa Bunk. It can do just about anything that you need it, or that you need it to do. And the cool thing about this is great for more than just kids. You know, if you've got, you know, buddies that go with you for the hunting trip or the fishing trip, or you have a mother and father-in-law that go with you, or, you know, just whatever, this will accommodate just about any situation that you've got. As you can see, you do have the 2 windows back there, and they both do open to give you some nice cross breeze. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap it up for the bunk room. Let's go ahead and take a look at the master bathroom. Alright guys, so stepping into the master bathroom of the 29 V-Bud. As you can see, you have a nice solid door to separate off the restroom. You can see the foot flush lever toilet down there. Plenty of leg room, even with all the cabinetry open. Speaking of cabinetry, you do have a nice chunk of storage down there, as well as plumbing access. Thermofoil pressed membrane countertops with a GFI protected outlet and nice big sink. As we keep panning up, you'll notice the nice medicine cabinet. That does have a mirror in it, by the way. And directly over here, you do have the powered vent fan. So that's a nice feature. You could upgrade that to a max air fan if you wanted to. And this is where I think this is a great trailer for more than just kids. Or another reason, I should say. Because you have a nice shower instead of a tub. And it's just a nice change. It really is, to see the industry going away from the tubs and bunkhouses. That is an optional piece of equipment, the skylight there, as you can see. And one cool thing about Salem's is they have a taller interior. So any Salem or full-blown Salem, I should say, will have a 6'9" sidewall. So what that's going to do for you is it's going to give you more room above the bunks, more overhead cabinet space, more room in the shower, which is a pretty neat feature if you're taller like myself. And then to wrap it all up, as you can see, you do have a nice chunk of extra linen closet or just general storage space here in the bathroom. Alright guys, let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the master bedroom. Alright guys, so stepping into the master bedroom. As you can see, you have a camper queen bed, but however, there's plenty of room around here if you wanted to upgrade it to a true queen, you could. You have hanging closets on both sides of the bed, and we'll take a look at that here in just a minute a little bit better. Overhead storage above the bed, and you'll notice you do have the mirrors on both of those hanging closets. Roll down nightshades too, by the way. I believe I forgot to mention that. And then I do want to show you this. So you do have storage underneath the bed, and that is on gas struts to make lifting it a lot easier. But you also have some shoe storage underneath here, as well as these nice little bins. Perfect for, you know, socks, underwear, things of that sort, which is a pretty neat feature. And pardon my terrible camera work while I was putting that bed back down. You are going to have USB outlets out here on both sides of the bed. And then if we look in there, I don't know if it's showing up well, but you can see you do have household outlets, as well as these, let me show it to you on this side. You have those nice cutouts right there. So if you want to put a CPAP machine back in there, you have places to power it and places to run your hoses out. There's a good look at that overhead storage. Notice it's nice and deep, and I like that they did that instead of a shelf like some brands will do. And then you do have a nice chunk of hanging storage on both sides of the bed. I absolutely love that vertical window that opens there. So many brands won't put in a opening window on in their bedrooms. If you wanted to add a TV, you are fully backed for it with the connections up top there, as you can see. And over here, as if that wasn't enough storage, you're going to have this nice extra closet, perfect for more of those kids' clothes if you can't fit everything in the bunk room, or you know, just whatever you really want to put in there, or put in there. And as you can see, you do have a nice solid door to close that off. And there's a light in there too, by the way. Alright guys, that is going to wrap it up for the inside of the 29 V-Bud Salem. Let's go ahead, we'll jump onto the outside, walk around there, take a look at some of the awesome features. It is kind of windy today, so pardon any wind noise if the microphone's picking it up. I do apologize for that in advance. Let's go ahead, we'll jump onto the outside. Alright guys, so stepping on the outside of the 29 V-Bud Salem, as you can see, it is an aluminum sided trailer, wood frame construction. So we come around over here, you'll notice the nice smooth aluminum front nose sweep. That is a thicker aluminum than a lot of the other aluminum on this trailer. And you can see you do have the diamond plate rock guard down below. Battery disconnect back in there, space for your battery. And you will notice you do have two 20-pound tanks, but a 30-pound cover, so that you can upgrade them in the future if you want to. And of course, a power tongue jack. Stepping back here, you'll notice your other side of your pass-through storage, and we'll take a look at that from the other side. Again, pardon any wind noise. It is never not windy in the Texas Panhandle. As you can see, there's that cargo door from the outside. So again, perfect place to store the kids' bikes or coolers or whatever you want to put back there. As you can see, you do have your black tank flush, city water connection, and your 50 amp service down below, right there. Spare tire with the carrier on the back bumper, and you do have cable and satellite hookups back here as well. And if we look up top, you notice you are prepped for a rear vision or a rear backup camera or observation camera, just depending on which way you want to go. Coming around to the door entry side, what I wanted to start with here first is you do have power stabilizer jacks, both front and rear. And if we look underneath here on a full-blown Salem, as you can see, you do have the accessibility. And the neat part about that is it's individual 4x8 panels. So if you need to have anything serviced, you don't have to pull the whole underbelly. You can just pull one specific panel and then screw it back into place. Nice big power awning. You do, if we look down here, you'll notice your 6-gallon gas and electric hot water heater, dual LED speakers, or LED backlit speakers, cable and satellite hook or outlet here, as well as a 110 outlet. And then if we come over here, you'll notice your freshwater gravity fill. This will be a sprayer port, so you can have outside water on this side, and I like that it's on this side for easy camp side cleanup. And then you also notice you do have the Suburban Elite Series griddle, and that's on a sliding tray. And then you do have a Furrion refrigerator, and there's that let me get that pushed back up in there, but there's that quick connect hose as well as that sprayer hose there. And as you can see, this just stows away nicely, but right back in there. And if I flip this door up, you will notice that white tag flapping in the breeze right there is a propane hookup. This does have a friction hinge entry door, as you can see right there. So the wind is not going to blow that closed. You do have the larger entry assist handle, which is an awesome feature to have. And then this particular one has the MORryde steps. They typically use the Lippert Components solid steps, which are basically the same thing, but the nice thing is that they, you know, even though that there was a shortage potentially of the Lippert solid steps, they didn't go to a lesser quality step. They stuck with the MORryde, which shows you how Wildwood and Salem are not going to skimp on quality just because they can't find a specific part. And this is a dual axle trailer too, by the way. Coming down here, again, you'll notice that nice aluminum exterior. There is LED lights in that awning, by the way. Let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the pass-through. So these doors are held up by magnets, which is a pretty neat feature. Coming down here, you do have your Furrion solar prep port, as well as your front jack controls for those electric stabilizer jacks. Again, that's an optional piece of equipment. And then up in here, you'll notice great pass-through. It is lighted, and you'll also notice tool storage up there. Plenty of room for anything that you're going to put in there, which is, you know, just a nice feature. Alrighty guys, that is going to wrap it up for the 2021.5 Salem Model 29 V-Bud. Real quick, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that like button down below. And if you're new to this channel, feel free to hit that subscribe and notification bell down below. That will keep you up to date on all of our future content. Again, I really apologize for the wind noise. If it's drowning me out, again, I apologize. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you have any questions about pricing, availability, or any specific features, you can get in contact with us 3 ways. You can leave a comment down below, give us a call at 806-335-2336, or you can send us an email at contact@custom-rv.com. Again, guys, we thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your day.